Hey, welcome to Beyond the Rest podcast. If you are now watching us for the first time, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So, Coach Adrian and I are so happy to be a part of your day. We're going to get warmed up real quick, though. We got to warm up always. So, I want to check in with my girl and see how she's doing today.
You know, I'm good. I don't know where my mind is today, to be honest with you. I almost didn't make it to this recording session, so just was in the gym just doing whatever, having a ball. Like, I got plenty of time. And then if it wasn't for you texting me, girl, I would not be here. So,
Mm.
I'm here, though.
Well, I'm glad I was having a crazy day. And I'm like, my brain is burnt. I was just like, psh. So I was texting you more of like, yeah, I'm going to see if I could get it together today because you have those days where like your brain just feel like it's just shutting down because you just took in too much. That was today for me. So I was like, we will pick today to record. We would.
Yeah. But you know
So,
what?
yeah.
That happened for a reason because if you wouldn't have texted me and you would have got here, I would have been at home or still in the gym.
See?
Still in the gym. So
But I be like, my
I had to cut my
co-host
workout
laughed
short.
me. I'm by myself.
Man, a solo episode. That would have been a interesting thing. Like, girl, you got it. You handle it.
Oh, man.
But we both made it. How are you? Well, I know you just told me, but
I'm good though. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Soon I walk out those doors, I was like, yes. It was just more of like just so much info and so much to do at work. I was just like, it just didn't stop all day. I try to get one thing done on somebody walking in. I gotta get this done. I'm like, man,
I know
like
about that.
usually I have one day that's super busy, not every single day. So 2 back-to-back days, they were just a lot. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm drained. So I can't wait for the weekend.
I know. You
Can't
almost
wait.
there. One more day.
Yeah, one more day.
One more day.
One more day.
And I work this weekend, so.
Oh my gosh. And a week from today, I'm gone.
Yes, right. It's like, what? Yeah, it is right. I'm
Forgot
kind of
about
sad
that.
that I'm actually me too. I'm going out of town, but not on the cruise.
Right.
So I can't get that day off that Monday.
I know.
I know it's whack. But okay, cool. At least we both like good. Otherwise, so
For sure. Yep.
Okay, so accountability, real quick. Get it out the way.
Yeah, let's get out the way. I did good though, so I'm not mad.
Me neither.
Oh, okay. Well, the good thing is that I'm really loving this stack thing because we could pick one of the three.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still challenging, but still like at least
One is done.
One better
Something's
get done.
Right.
Because if something don't get out of them three, then that's a problem.
I think honestly, I think that the stacking is better because if you have one thing that you have to do, and it's usually the one thing that's like, oh my gosh, I have to get this done, or I should get this done, but it don't necessarily happen. It's kind of like it's sometimes a little bit harder to attain or like hold yourself to. But like when you got other things, it's kind of like okay, maybe you'll be in a better headspace to do one thing and not the other. So I like it too, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, I hit those 3 days. So it was been busy. So I did my 3 days in the gym. It was 3 to 4, minimum 3, because I need to learn how to give myself a break in between at least 24 hours.
Right.
So I did it.
Yeah.
I listened
Okay.
to my body, and I did 3 days, not 4. I didn't push myself. So yeah.
Love that.
What about you? What'd you do?
And me myself, I finished that book.
Did you?
Yeah, I finished that book.
Awesome. I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of me.
How many chapters? I'm about to be all in your business. How many chapters you thinking
Wait, for what?
for your book?
Not my book. I
The
finished
reading.
reading the book.
Oh, the reading the book.
Yeah.
You finished reading the book?
Yes.
I'm so excited about this book that you're writing. I mean, thank God they know about it. Shoot, I'm over here just talking.
I know, right?
Um,
Crazy. But no, for mine, right now, the way that I have it mapped out, it's 8.
Okay.
There's 8. Yeah. Because the way that I'm thinking about doing it is going to be like a series instead of like a long, because I feel like long books are, it could be a very long book, but I don't particularly care for very long books because kind of like I feel like if you pick up a book and it's really, really long, you probably be like, how long is it going to take me to read this? Do I have the time to finish it? Do I want to finish it? And then it may get, I don't know. So I feel like 8 is the
Okay.
where I'm at right now.
I'm excited for that.
Don't plan it. It might be shorter, but definitely no more than 8.
Okay.
So yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Look
So
at
we
us.
good. So we good for today.
Yes, we are.
All right. So you got a fun fact or what?
You know what's so crazy? Because my brain been fried. I really don't. But I'm trying to think.
I
Do
feel
I have
like-
a fact at least?
I feel
Can we
like
tell a fun fact to
A
them
fact?
about each other? Like I could say a fun fact about you, say a fun fact about me, be different.
How is that? How you gonna get?
I don't know. I might find something funny about you that you don't know about.
You know what? That's not a bad idea, but I would have to think.
Okay, fine. You
For
go first
you.
then.
We could do that next time. Maybe we'll switch it up a little bit and do that next time. But let's just do a regular fun because it sounds like you got some things in your head already, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I really don't. I'm just thinking the fact that I don't know. We didn't give these people so many things so far.
Mm-hmm. Well, you want me to give mine first?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead. I'm
Okay.
thinking.
So my fun fact for today is that I know how to rollerblade, but I don't know how to roller skate. What you looking at me like that for?
Because guess what?
What?
I was thinking about it. See, this is what happens when we take a break. But that's okay
I said
though.
that before.
You did, but that's
No.
okay. No, this is the perfect chance for those to rewatch. what
Yeah,
we
y'all
have out.
tell me what
And
episode it
tell
was
me
because I don't
what-
know.
Yeah, I would say, tell me if I'm right. Unless I just know we didn't talk about
I
it
feel
before.
like you just know that about
No,
me.
I don't. You said this before. I promise you.
No.
Yes.
I said it before, maybe in a
'cause we
conversation,
were
but not on the
talking-
podcast.
I'm pretty sure you did. I promise you, because I think you were talking about how something with the wheels. Anyways, yes. Anyway, yeah.
Dang, that's
I
crazy.
need them to-
I did. Damn, Jamil saying it too. I thought I
told
didn't
you.
tell y'all that.
But that's okay, because I'm glad we didn't talk about it before we got out here, because I just knew it. I said, see, it's okay. It's okay.
Gasp. I did not know that.
I need y'all to go tell me what episode that is, because I just knew it. I said, she going to say something that she said before. I just know it.
That is so crazy. I did not think that I shared that with y'all.
See, this is why it's hard. I'm like, I don't know what else to tell these people.
Wow. I just figured that was like something I didn't say nothing to nobody. That's so crazy. Let me think. I feel like there's something else that I can tell y'all right now, but do I want y'all in my business like that? I mean, I done told some deep, dark secrets on this podcast.
Yes, you
I
have.
have.
That's
So-
that one I ain't never going to forget.
Dang, that's crazy. Well, what's yours? Let me think if I can figure out another one, because I don't think that's...
I'm thinking, what's a fun fact about me?
It ain't even got to be like...
It's not even a fun fact. I'm just kind of weird. I'm just going, yeah. So I have this obsession with like school supplies. I should have been a teacher. Like,
Do you think you have the patience to be a teacher?
hell no. They'll call the people on me
You
like,
could be a gym teacher.
yes. So I wanted to, and I started going to Canisius, and then they wanted me to do human biology, all this biology and science. I said, forget it.
Not a science girl?
Forget it. No, not a science girl.
I feel
So-
like science for me, I like biology over anything. Anything past that, I was like, nah, I'm not set.
It was just, I'm like, okay, I kind of understand why the human biology, but like, it got too much. I said, I ain't trying to be no nurse or nothing like, ugh, yeah, I didn't like it. So I was like, forget it. I'll just, no, that's not going to work. But yeah, I have like an obsession, almost like my bottles. It's bad. Like, girl, I got so many pens. I got so many highlighters. But then you see my agenda. It's so colorful and pretty.
Oh, yeah.
I got so many sticky notes, index cards.
You
It's so much
actually
stuff.
use
Like,
them.
it's an obsession. It's kind of bad.
Well,
I hope Janai don't pick that up because I'm not
I was
trying
about
to
to
be
say, do Janai do the
Girl,
same
no.
thing?
She told me this year. I said, going to 8th grade, you don't even care about picking out your stuff. She said, no, just make sure it's black, blue, and green. Like, just, I said, perfect. Yeah, I'm so glad because I did get her an agenda. Like, because
The schools don't provide agendas.
they do, but
They not good enough.
you know me.
Not they ain't up to your standards.
They're not, because I need them to be a certain way because I'm trying to teach her, like, all right, so this organization is a good thing, but something's a little too much. I don't want her to be like too crazy about it. But yeah, she not that organized. Like, she forgets stuff, and like, you be going back and forth between households, and you swim and you do this and do that. I can't be keeping up what you got going on when you with your dad. Like, you need to start. Like, you're older now. You're 13.
Right.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to show her, like, this is how I do the agenda. work it however you need to as a student. You know. But yeah, I have an obsession with like school stuff, supplies, and office stuff, and yeah, it's bad.
Okay. You know what? I do have another fun fact. I don't know if it's a fun fact or a factor. It's just kind of sad to think about it, but
Is that sad?
Yeah, I can't.
Sad. I don't like sad.
I mean, not like we gonna cry sad, but because we might cry today on this episode. But no, I cannot keep. I can't keep plants alive. I've killed cactuses.
How?
And I want house plants. Like I don't know, cause like I'll go to the plant store and I'll buy a plant, and then I'll like ask them extensively. Like I put the instructions on the refrigerator, so I know when to water and everything, sunlight, all of it. They always die.
How do
I don't know why.
cactus?
I don't. I maybe I just. Yeah. I've killed plenty of cactuses. Somebody bought me a cactus. Like, oh, you can keep this alive.
Well, yeah, cause like how many times? What, once a year?
I didn't even water the. Well, I did, but it just at first I thought I was doing good. It started to
That's not
grow.
even
It was like
funny.
literally like this big, and then it started to grow a little bit. I said, okay, I'm doing a good job. And next thing you know, it was dead.
See, that's crazy. You know what? You better hit up my mom. She is the plant expert.
I feel like you have to. I feel like
have to
because I got a
touch-
green thumb. I don't have
yeah,
a green
that's
thumb.
what I'm saying. It's so funny because Cortez ended up killing one of his, and my mom told him what to do, and then he killed another one, and then she got it back alive, and then now he's been figuring it out. He did good with it now, but my mom be having good, but I be like, what? She be spraying them, tucking in, talking to them,
That- no,
rubbing
they
the
said so.
leaves.
I used to talk to my plants and
She got
everything. I
vitamins
was
for
really
them.
trying to. Man, it's
I said,
crazy.
man, you
So
ain't
yeah, I
buy me
can't
no
keep a
vitamins
plant
when I was a
alive.
kid, but you buying vitamins for the plants.
Yeah, no, I can't keep a plant alive.
Aw.
It's real
Poor
sad.
plants.
I had to get rid of my plant stand. I gave it to Cortez because I was
Oh.
like, dang, I ain't got no use for it.
Yeah,
And we ain't even gonna talk about that. We
that
gonna
should be your
just-
next fun fact.
No, it ain't. It's not. Ain't nothing fun about that. That's just something that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She like, let's get on beyond the reps.
Yeah, exactly. It's time to go beyond the reps. All right, so I'm introducing today's topic. I'm
You
introducing it?
are,
Okay.
yeah.
So today, as I was mentioning before, we said we might cry on this episode. I'm the crybaby though, so damn, that could have been my fun fact. I know I have a hard exterior, but I be crying.
They have seen you a couple times already.
Hey, oh, I did. Damn. All right, I'm a thug today. We are talking about trauma and fitness. So, first, I want to just start off by defining for the audience what the definition of what trauma is, and then we're going to try to tie it into like fitness in itself. So, by definition, trauma is a deeply disturbing or distressing experience, often overwhelms an individual's capacity to cope, which leads to a lasting effect on their well-being. And in fitness, trauma often shows up as the way that it shapes our motivation, our consistency, and our body image. Now, I know that we had like an episode on like the whole body image thing and body dysmorphia and all of that stuff.
Mhm.
And I truly believe that even like parts of that stems from like trauma. So I think that personally, like from my personal experience, a lot of, and I know I've mentioned this before on the show, that my fitness journey stems from trauma, essentially,
Mhm.
right? My experience with fitness, like I enjoy it, not because I enjoy it because I feel like it heals me. You know, it healed me and it
Mhm.
heals me regularly and daily. So if I don't do something, or if I don't work out for a while, or my eating is off, like it has been these past couple months, like these past couple months for me have been very traumatic. I've been having a very traumatic like past few months, right? And it got me like kind of like off my routine to where like now I feel like I'm just now getting back on the wagon and like really getting myself back to where I used to be. And I'm glad I'm like coming out on the other side of it, but the traumatic experiences and the trauma that I've experienced in these past couple months and in my past, that I feel like these past couple months triggered those things for me. And instead, I think it got to a point for me that I didn't have a grasp on anything, and and then my fitness fell by the wayside. But then as soon as I started to literally just start to move my body again, I started to feel like, okay, I'm getting back to myself. I'm getting back to myself. Yes, my workouts sucked. They sucked so bad. I hated them. I was like, this is awful. I feel like I'm starting from zero. But I can say that that helped, like, kind of to heal me, to get me where I am right now. So the consistency, like, you know, the trauma affected my consistency. It affected my body image for sure, and my motivation, like, and shit, even my discipline. Cause like, where's the discipline? Out the window, out the
Mm-hmm.
window. So, yeah. So that's like my, like, personal, like, experience with fitness and trauma, and I think that a lot of us deal with traumatic experiences, and it shows up in our bodies, and we there's a way to channel that through fitness to help heal yourself. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, I will 100% agree with that. And for mine was kind of similar. So I feel like trauma to fitness for me was like that. I think I actually talked about it a couple of times too. It's just that body change, or just everything from after having like my daughter, and like how time management was different. Everything was just still different. You put your kids first, and then I had to learn how to like navigate through all of that. So I feel like for me, that was where like some of my like up and down through my fitness journey, or just learning stuff that I didn't know I was doing that was like traumatic to the fitness. Um, so yeah, I'll have to agree with that.
Okay. So I know that you wanted to touch on the different responses, the different, like, trauma
Yes,
responses. So let's just talk about that.
yes, because I feel like there's patterns and there's behaviors, right? So like when you're talking about like trauma showing up in fitness, like for me, like it's almost like, you got that fight, you have the flight, the freeze, the fawn,
Mhm.
um and for me, like I feel like it just kind of depend how, like, whatever I was kind of experiencing, right?
Mhm.
So I had times I was fighting, so I felt like I was just doing too much, like just like right now, how I've been trying to work on just working out 3 to 4 and keeping it there, the
Mhm.
overworking the body, because like I was just so mentally just so like, just not there like I wanted to be. So
Mhm.
like I was like the working out overworking was a
Okay.
lot,
Yeah.
right?
So let's actually break that down. I feel like we both
Mhm.
can kind of, like, share experiences from each of those, right? So for me, the fight, like, literally when I was going through, like, the worst time of my life. Look at me, my eyes.
Mhm.
I that overworking was a real thing for me, and I when I look at pictures of myself from back then, and I'm like, I can see it in my face, I can see it in the way that my body looked and everything. I would never want to look like that ever again in my life, because
Mhm.
I didn't realize that I was literally just overworking my body to escape, or try to, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I guess escape the feeling of the trauma that I was experiencing,
Mhm.
right? Because like, as adults, like, as people, we have to go through life regardless. Like, life, just,
Mhm.
you can't just stop going to work. You can't stop doing what you got to do. And that was so awful for me. Wow, this is crazy. Um, that was so awful for me. So I, like, looking at those pictures of myself. Oh my god, I don't never want to look like that
Mhm.
again. Oh, so, like, yes, that overworking. Like, when you said that, I think that's what really, like, got me. Like, damn. Like, 'cause I
Mhm.
was just thinking about this recently. Like, looking at the pictures of myself from back then, I was like, oh my god, she looked
Mhm.
sick.
Mhm.
But then I also think about that time in my life where everybody was like, oh, you look so good, right? And I'm like, I don't look. And again, for me, the fitness thing was never about looking good, right? It was always
Mhm.
just about being able to do stuff, right? So I had already had a routine and everything. But then when everything hit me the way that it hit me in that year, it was 2018, probably one of the worst years of my life, right? Um, I was so skinny. I was so small. I was eating, but I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast or not, but No, I don't think I did. I think I was just talking to somebody about it. But I was eating like my meals and all of that stuff. But I also was drinking a lot. Like I was drinking a lot, and that was also like something that I don't even know how I was functioning. Like in the way that I wasn't like drunk, like slumped over, like hungover type stuff. Cause I had to function, but to this day, I really don't know. Cause when I drink now, I can't get up the next day.
We getting old
I
though.
also was younger.
I would have said we in our mid thirties now.
Points were made. Jesus, don't even say that because that's crazy. Time be flying. Jesus. Anyway, but yes, that overworking, it was like I didn't even realize that's what I was doing to myself. But it was literally just me. I was just doing the absolute most. And people like, oh my God, how do you do all of this? Like I don't even know how I was doing it because I was working and I was getting off work and I was like I would work out in the morning. Like now you can't pay me to get up, go work out in the morning, get off, and then go to the gym after work.
Listen, and it's the same for me because, like, I laugh about it now, right? So at first I thought I just had an obsession with the gym, and I didn't understand that because I felt so good while I was doing it, right? Like, the more I felt like the more, like, I got more deep with my fitness, right? Instead of looking at it more than just a look and more of like, I don't know. I feel like for me, like a lifestyle, right? So in the beginning, it was just all about losing weight, and I was and looking a certain way, right? So like I laugh now. I'm like, I'm sure you remember because you used to tell me all the time, sit your butt down. Why the hell did you go work out in the morning? Then I would go work all day. Then I would come back in the afternoon. At one point, I was like at one gym, like Monday through Friday in the morning, and then the next gym just because I felt like, okay, like the body's gonna be different. Like it's gonna react differently because the gyms are both boot camp, but they're not the same, right? So then like I think about that now and I'm like, what was I doing? Yeah. So like, of course I got super small. And same thing for me. Like then I got to where I thought I wanted to be and I was like, oh yeah, I don't like how small like I got. I mean, I was just like at one point I thought that's what I wanted. And then when I got there I'm like, yeah, no, I don't like that. And then I started realizing too, like, okay, well, I'm not even like it's not even like an obsession or just a health like it's not healthy.
No.
And I was just like, I laugh about it now because you can't like a double. And if I do a double, ain't no way. And if I do, it's because it's like, let's say, I don't know. The only time is like, cause the morning. Honestly, let me be a PM girl, cause the mornings are so. I mean, you see how I be in your class, half dead. Don't get like just be all over. Here? I don't. Yeah, my face be looking crazy. So those that job that be at NOB in the morning, I promise you, I just don't like the morning. So that's why I end up doing double. Cause like when I go in the morning, it's like I just walk from station to station. So if I do it, it's because I know deep inside I ain't do nothing in that morning.
Right.
I was just there just to just be there.
I know. Yeah, you've told me that before.
So, but outside of that, if I would go in the morning and really put in that work I'm supposed to, I ain't coming back at 6 p.m. Are you crazy? So, yeah. So I thought it was a good thing to work hard, play hard, whatever the case may be. No. There's no need for none of that. But that was the way of like how I was coping. And I had to realize, like, that's not the way to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So, okay. So the next one is what?
Flight.
Okay. So
avoiding a workout or avoiding pretty much.
Avoiding the movement and stuff. What's your experience with the flight? Have you ever experienced that in response to like trauma?
I have. And I think it was when I decided, okay, I don't like how small I got, right? So then I was working on getting like back to like, all right, let me gain a little bit. And I wasn't doing it the right way because I was like gaining, but I wasn't really like doing straight training and cardio at the same time. So it kind of just looked like I got big. And then I was trying to hide because I was like, people gonna look like, oh, you worked that hard to get down there to then look like this, and now you gotta work yourself back. So I would hide from like working out and stuff like that. And then be like, kind of like get down, like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want people to see me that the up and down. Then I had to realize, like, this is a journey. Like, things happen.
Yeah, right.
And it's okay. So.
Yeah, for me, I feel like, this, like, I'm just, in more recent events, the past couple months, where it was just like, instead of me, like, dealing with what I was dealing with while continuing my routine, I just stopped working out. Like it was like I would try to go and it just I would go and I wouldn't enjoy myself or whatever. So I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna go I'm doing it. And then it just got to a point where it's just like I just I couldn't pick myself up to actually go work out. And then I feel like when I get to that point, I've been there before. So when I get to that point, it's kind of like, all right, something's got to give, you know?
Yeah.
And because I've been there before, I feel like I was able to recognize it instead of it being something brand new, like, what do I do, you know? But it took me a minute to get back on the wagon, on the horse. But I mean, I knew that I had to do it. So it was like, even today, like when I went to the gym, like it took me, I mean, I was doing everything else that under the sun besides going to the gym. I was supposed to go way earlier than I went when I ended up where I was today. However, when I finally was like, okay, I have to get to the gym, I wasn't motivated to go. Right. And I was just like, but instead of me feeling like, cause I don't feel like I did these past couple months, like I'm in a much better headspace, but, instead of me being like, you know, that's when that discipline had to kick in. And I was like, I'm just going to go. I had no plan. I mean, I have a bunch of workouts in my phone that I typically follow. And I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I'm not necessarily prepared to do this. I'm not prepared to do that. But I know I can get on a Stairmaster. So I went. Yeah, I sure did. So I got on Stairmaster. And as I'm on a Stairmaster, I'm like, okay, now I feel like I know what I'm going to do today. So I went to my phone, opened up the workout I wanted to do, and started that. And I was having a ball. Almost didn't make it here. So so that flight, but yeah, these past couple months, I feel like I was just running from my workouts. And like I had to put myself back in the space of working out by going to class. Like I hit Jean. I said, yo, can I get in class today? I said, because I need to be around people to at least have like that community and like push myself, because I don't know where I'm gonna find that intrinsic motivation was not there, because I literally was just like, I'm all right, you know, whatever. But then once I started realizing, like, it's so crazy though, getting older and recognizing that taking that much time off from the gym,
oh, I know,
I do not bounce back the way that, like, it has to be. This is honestly, for y'all out there that's like in your 30s or approaching your 30s or whatever it is you got going on, you need to stay consistent in whatever way you got to do it. Because if you take I'm sorry, and I don't even eat bad. I'm not like a poor, like I've had my times where I don't really care about watching what I eat. I just eat whatever I feel like it, especially around that time of the month. But it ain't that. It ain't even like, it ain't the diet. It's literally just you stop moving your body for that long. It ain't even that long for real. Like, I never in my life felt like that.
Yeah, I feel like for me 2 weeks and it's like it's over. It's like starting all over again. It's bad. But and you know what I thought about for me too, because I love like group classes and stuff like that. Like I'm just like I had mentioned before, like the going to the gym on my own stuff. Like it's just nowhere I'm trying to get better at it. But like for me too, like the flight for me is because I wear my feelings right in my face. That's another thing. So, like, I also, like, you're going to know when something's wrong with Kay. So, it's almost like that was another way of hiding, too, because I feel like, dang, how am I to make it to the class? Because then, like, people are so used to, like, either, like, excited to be in a group with them because I'm always fooling around and stuff like that. I ain't going to have that in me. Because I don't, if, like, I might have a smile, but you're going to know because my energy is just not going to be there. So it's like that was another way that I feel like I'm like, how am I gonna, like, it took me a minute to figure, like, avoiding. It was kind of like, dang, like I was just like, I don't know, you know what, whatever. I'll wait until I know, like, I feel a little bit better, so I don't have to worry about nobody asking. And then again, like for me, I think you're more of a crybaby than I am, but I could be a crybaby too. And I'm like, I'm gonna take what. So like I was saying, all it's gonna take is for somebody to ask me what's going on, and then yeah, and I don't like people in my business at all. So yeah, I'm flighting right away, hiding.
Not even gonna show up.
Nope, I'm showing. I know they didn't see a couple times. K cancel again. I be trying, but yeah, I'm a flight. I'm gonna be gone.
Okay. What's the next one?
Freeze.
So what does freeze mean? And
So like, and like for me, it's like the only we talked a little bit about it, like feeling like unable to like start over,
mm,
or just like paralyzing. Like, okay, now what? And you just sit like, how do I get back? You know.
mm-hmm.
So like for me, I feel like I don't free. Well, yeah, I don't freeze so much. It's more the avoiding than freezing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I'm constantly remembering why did I start? Why do I want this?
Mm-hmm.
So starting back up, it's just all it's gonna take for me to be like, I'm ready, and I'm gonna just jump back to it.
Right.
So I don't think I freeze that often.
Yeah, I feel like for me, freeze only comes up. It's like it's very very quick. It's like playing Mortal Kombat, and I got frozen by Sub Zero. It's like it's gonna take a little minute. I'm back. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't particularly feel like I've had moments like I like that's where the freeze comes in for me. It's a moment. It's like dang, like ugh. But I sit in it and then I'll figure out like especially if I feel like I'm frozen it's like I think that's what kind of it triggers me and ignites me to kind of get back into things. But I think when it comes to like trauma, like if I'm triggered by something and something that has traumatized me and I haven't necessarily fully healed from it, and I personally feel like when it comes to trauma, we can think that we're healed, but the smallest thing can come up and even if it doesn't like give us a major super like debilitating effect, right, it's still gonna affect us in some kind of way, whether we get an attitude, whether we want to get a little angry, whether we start crying, whatever it is, right, something comes up. Like it's always gonna be something. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't heal from things, but I just think that if something is traumatic enough for you, I don't think that we always ever like completely heal from things.
No, and it's so
So
funny because I was just talking about this the other day, um, my boyfriend, because I was just like, what's so crazy? Like, you you're working on like certain stuff, right, from your past, and then you heal from it, and then like you think you're like you said, you think you're good. All it takes is one little thing to trigger it, and then it's almost like, and it might not be even in the same exact, like, I don't know, let's just say, I don't know, you get triggered about something that maybe like that trauma happened in a relationship, right?
mhm.
But then you get triggered, like, I don't know, let's say at work. So now it's kind of like, wait a second, I would have thought this would have just triggered me in relationships only,
Mhm.
during dating stuff only.
Yeah.
And when you realize like it's deeper than just when that trauma happened and like what was involved in that trauma, right?
Mhm.
So like that happened to me like recently because I was like, oh, back when I was a kid, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like I didn't work so hard to get through like this trauma. I mean, it was a childhood trauma. So like now I'm an adult. We're talking about
Right.
30 years later.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm good, and then something I can't even think of what it was. It had nothing to even do why I had experienced that trauma,
Mhm.
and like, and I'm like, oh, this is something I got to work on, like
Mhm.
because this is something that it's gonna affect me and others around me, no matter what it is, whether it's my relationship, whether it's my parents, whether it's my child,
Mhm.
and it's like, wow, like trauma
It's
is
tricky.
tricky,
Mhm.
very tricky.
It's very
Or sometimes
tricky.
you might think like you get hurt for something and you think it's because of something, and then we talked about this too, deep down it's something
Yeah.
else. So
Mhm.
it's really, this is why I think we just talked about it today too, like just in our last episode, you have to make sure that when you're going and getting therapy and getting the help that you need, that you be intentional. Don't
Yeah.
just go to just talk to somebody. You could, if that's the case, you could just talk to anybody, what you're paying for.
Right.
So like be intentional and take those skills and figure out how to cope,
Mhm.
because it's tricky. It's
Yeah.
very
I
tricky.
mean, it's tricky. So yeah, I think the freeze portion of it is kind of like, you know, it's not nothing that keeps me. I don't feel like I'm stuck for too long. Yeah, I don't
The
think so.
same. I don't
Yeah.
get stuck that. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And the last one.
And the last one is like fun. Like it's more of like people pleasing.
Mm.
or trying to do things to get approval and stuff like that.
Mm.
Huh. So like for
Hmm.
me, I feel like because of my trauma, I people please a lot.
Mm.
And I try to get not even approval. Like I think for me was like I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's not even like well, I don't want people to be mad at me, but it's almost like well, it's just people pleasing. Really, that's what it's come down to.
So you want to know something? I feel like, and this is just me kind of like psychoanalyzing you, with you and your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
You talk a lot about your journey, about how like um, how you feel like your purpose is to kind of inspire people and show you like you can do it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you started and where you are. I think that with bringing into like the people pleasing thing,
Mm-hmm.
I think that that is a part of the reason why you switched out from like your business being like what it was and what it is
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yes, and you're 100% right because I struggle with that,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, bro, you ain't never gonna be able to run a business, people pleasing,
Mm-hmm.
and you like it doesn't matter if like if you can't like business is business, right? And whoever's gonna support, and you can't like that was so hard for me
Yeah, I
because
could tell.
it's
I
just
know.
like I can't, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now the vending works perfect for me. You show up, you do, I get paid regardless. So
Right.
I don't care,
Mm-hmm.
right? So and again, I do it. I don't do it for just like the money part of it, but it's free to the community when I
Right.
do it. So
Mm-hmm.
now I could really help more, and then people don't have to worry about paying or any of that stuff because I
Right.
know it's hard out here. So I
Mm-hmm.
get it. You can't. Some people could support, do go here, go there, but like really, people gonna do what makes sense, and I get that. So yes, I feel like, and that was something that I think like. So I ran my business for a good 3 solid years, where like it was really doing really, really, really well. And then when I realized that people pleasing started coming in,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just kind of just I was like, oh yeah, I don't know. Like, so you have to just be real with yourself, right? So
Yeah.
I had to like do a lot of self reflect, and I was like, yeah, until I could figure out if people pleasing. If I'm gonna keep doing this, like it's honestly just not gonna work.
Right.
It's not gonna work. But I just didn't want to 100% like let it go because I'm like, how can I still touch or help and impact others, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the best thing for me was going to vendor. Then this it is what it is. If that's long that works for me, great. And if it starts to not work, and then guess what? It's just a sign. It just wasn't for me.
Right.
I don't got to people please nobody if I'm showing my journey. If you come up to me and say, "Hey, Kay, how did you do this?
Yeah.
How did you? How did you? For example, started at 265 when you got at 200, but then now you're at 220 and you're loving it there. How did you do it? You know, like
Yeah.
I could help there.
Right.
There's no people pleasing there. That's why I was like, wow, like. But then again, you try stuff. Sometimes it's free, sometimes it's for not. Or
Mm-hmm.
sometimes things are free, sometimes they're not. But that's something that again that also comes from my trauma,
Yeah.
and I that was one of the other places where I learned like, oh, okay, did not know this was gonna affect me in my business.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good point because like for me, I find myself like the whole people pleasing thing that had been something that I think is like from my traumatic like upbringing, right? And it's like always trying to please everybody around me. Like I realized like as I got older, I was doing it in like on my personal relationships, and it was like I just needed to make sure that people were happy with me,
Mhm.
and I wasn't happy with me. Like because it's like you kind of always trying to change yourself to fit what everybody wants you to be, right?
Mhm.
And then how that translated for me in fitness is that for one, when I started to like share my journey and like when I got certified to become a trainer and everything, I wanted to one, it showed up in the way that I kind of um like my image kind of sort of. It was kind of
Mhm.
like people wanted to see like I was kind of like on my own path, whatever it is my body looked at the time. I used to like be really into um like body sculpting, so I wanted to have like a really low body fat percentage, have like whatever came with the package, right? But then I realized that people were like asking me about like leg and booty stuff, and I'm like, well, that's not really my focus, but I guess I can shift myself to do that. And now I have to start doing that. Like that's where I found myself kind of in it for a while, and I'm like, then I found myself, I'm like, this is not even me. Like even like now I'm starting to get back to like my old routine. I'm starting to feel like myself again, because it's kind of like I feel like it was that people pleasing thing. It's kind of like everybody, this is what the people want. But then you can't please everybody.
No, you can't.
You can't please everybody. And it's
know.
like I think I got to a point really where I was just like, where is this coming from? Like, and it's like it's almost kind of like I know better, but it's kind of like, you know, I'm not doing better. So,
yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, so like that people. I was like, damn, this is crazy, because like now I can't please everybody.
Yeah.
I can't, like, you know, I much rather go back to training my upper body and core and everything that I used to do, you know, and let and do the things that I know how to do and I enjoy doing. It's not like I can't, like, I don't add value to people's lives in that way too, you know. But I think the people pleasing thing, again, I know that is a traumatic response for me. So it's like, I think you have to be aware of those things in order to check it. Yeah. Because if you don't, because if you don't, then that's always going to be your response, and then it's probably going to make things worse for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you the only person that got to live with you anyways.
Oh yeah, girl. And I used to drive myself crazy, because like the people pleasing also is a no person. Like I never knew how to say no. Everything was, I was like, yes, girl, yes, okay, and blah. So like I'm
still kind of that way. I'm better, but
I'm better.
Actually, the only people I really be saying no to is my job.
Yeah, but I ain't mad at you. But
I ain't never been a people pleaser over there.
Yeah. So I feel like that. Yeah, that. And for me, like it took. Like people used to tell me like, bro, like, do you ever say no? Like, sit down. Like, why are you just all over the place? And like, why are you just like, it's okay to say no? And I'm just like, no, because I just want to make sure they're okay, or I don't want them to feel no type of way. It was always like, always pleasing somebody, right?
Yeah.
So even with my kids, sometimes it's like, even with your kids, you have to learn how to say no, and that's tough.
I bet.
Like, cause I just experienced another pleasing my child, right? So she was swimming club. She was swimming school. Then she was softball and swimming and doing show. Like, why? It should have been a straight, hard no, actually, you know? But then I learned, and it's just like, that's something that I'm like, wow, I gotta let my therapist know, like, bro, I don't know, this people pleasing is bad. Like, and of course, it's not like I'm just people pleasing. Like, all right, now, it ain't nothing crazy, but it's just simple as like, now I didn't please my daughter.
Yeah.
Knowing I should have said no, and now I'm stressed out. I'm all over the place because I didn't say yes to her. And then, yes, that helps a lot, but at the same time, moms, it falls on the moms. Whether you're with the person or not with the person, you still do a little bit more than the dads do, right? Yeah. So I was just like, what the heck? I just set myself up. And that comes, and that's one thing that I was like, wow, like, this is something that I really got to work on, because it's something that you just,
Yeah, so good. Yeah, I think for me, like that, and like reference like the fitness portion of it, it definitely shows up. It shows up on both ends of the spectrum for me, like with the way that I train and like kind of I guess like showcase myself, and then also on the business side of it, like how can I make everybody happy? And I'm like, nah, I can't do that.
That was like me and Step.
I can't do everything that everybody wants. That's why there's different trainers for different things, different coaches for different things, and just like you ain't gotta please everybody.
Yeah,
so.
No, not at all. Yeah, and I think like that was another thing like for me, like with the business, because maybe you gotta think about it. Me doing Step, that was like business, but also me working out. I had to do it with them. And you see, I love doing it, but it was one of those things where I love doing it when I wanted to.
I could tell. It would be so funny. Baby. When I've been in class. When I actually, like, I didn't come to Step a lot, but when I did come to Step,
man, towards the end, I said, I can't do this no more.
I could tell by your energy. You was just
I'm so over this. I just, like, it got to a point that it's like, and it's such a fun class, though, right? So it was so hard because like that was my cardio. That was what I used for myself
Mm-hmm.
as a cardio, right? So at
Right.
first I'm like, it wasn't bad in the beginning because I'm like, shit, I get my cardio done and I get my clients to be there with me and do it together. Like that's a win-win right there.
Right.
But after a while, now you gotta. I'm trying to please all my members and
You
stuff
can't.
because now I'm trying to just do basic step
Yep.
and
Yeah.
just do cardio and
It was
have
like,
fun.
and yeah, and it
Now
was
they like,
like,
I want to go from just that to that to jump to this. Yeah, cause I have to go learn that stuff so I can teach it to you. Yeah, so like that, yeah, it
mm-hmm.
showed it. It definitely showed in my fitness, cause in my journey, cause I was like, all right, to the point that I'm just like, you ain't gonna get me on no board.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
And I feel like the people pleasing part of it, that it can bring you to a point where you start hating the craft.
Oh yeah, I said it. No.
And when I started to feel that, I said, "Oh yeah, nah," because this is the one of the things that I truly do believe that God brought me here to do. Like when you
Mhm.
experience what it, like your passion is your purpose, and once I started feeling like, "Oh, I don't want to do this,"
Yeah.
I said, "Okay, I got to do something different.
Yeah.
Like I
Mm-mm.
can't. I got to get back to what it is that I know makes me me." As a trainer, as a coach, as a person who is, in this fitness space. So,
Mhm. And to me,
yeah.
I was like, it's not even all about the money, because obviously, step is what brought my business. I would say 75% of the money.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't care. You see how quick I let it go. When I was over,
Listen,
I said, yeah, it's not even about the money, but
that's a
I
true
can't do
testimony.
this no more. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather just do what I do and do what I love.
Mhm.
I'll just stick to my boxing. And
Yeah.
one day,
And
when Janaya
it'll.
older driving and getting from A to B to this to that, from town to town on her own,
Mhm.
I'll have my boxing back on a routine. But for now, catch me on a Saturday somewhere.
Yeah. Feel that. Okay. So, now I kind of want to. Well, we can just go and flex and reflect now.
Mhm.
Kind of bring it all together and talk about like how fitness can heal trauma. Because we know that exercise reduces. I mean, yeah, reduces like your stress hormones and increases your endorphins. Right.
Mhm.
That's like I feel like everybody knows that, right? But I want to talk about like how fitness can heal the trauma. So like obviously like with me personally, we know that um if I truly like if I don't work out for any amount of time, I feel kind of crazy, right?
Mhm.
And it's because fitness is what kind of got me out of that like really really dark place that I was in 15 years ago, right? Um so I want to talk about like building a safe space to reconnect with your body, right? So that could be like taking time to acknowledge your triggers and let your body know that like it's okay to like let your body know like it's cool, like relax, right? Um Recognizing those, taking the time to acknowledge those triggers, I think is what helps me get through, you know, and allows me to use fitness to heal that for me.
Mhm.
Like when I am triggered by certain things, and like you said, like they'll come up. Those triggers, like you'll be triggered by something you don't even realize that it's like affecting you in whatever space that you're in because you're like, this ain't got nothing to do with that. Like what? Why
Mhm.
am I? Why am I mad? Why am I angry? Whatever it is, right? So I think allowing your body like to know like it's okay, like
Mhm.
that is I think that's the starting point when
Yep.
you have to create like those spaces and those safe spaces for yourself
Mhm.
to reconnect with your body because like if you're not in connection with your body internally, then you can't it makes it harder for you to get up and go to the gym, harder for you to even like start a workout or finish a workout because of that.
Mhm.
um what like and I would like to know like from your perspective like what does that look like for you like in an instance where like you are triggered and you feel it in your body, right?
Mhm.
What's your process?
So like, I'm just like thinking as you're talking and stuff like now, and I'm just like, you know what? For me, I feel like it kind of just depends a little bit, but I feel like we as human, we just don't listen to our body like we should, right?
Mm,
Um, like one of my biggest thing is like if I'm like triggered 100% gonna get a tension headache automatically. It's gonna knot up right here. I'm about to like you gonna catch me like this half of the time.
Any type of trigger.
As soon I get and it's always like in the back of my head, neck, shoulders. I just tense. I just get real tense. So before I used to be thinking like, oh, it's probably because I sit, I work a lot, right? Or it's because I did shoulders and I used to always find excuses to why my shoulders were tense, why the back of my neck hurt. And then I started realizing like when I'm stressed out or like either stressed out or like in a really dark place where I just can't get out of it, or I'm like, oh my God, everything just keep happening, everything keeps triggering me, like, but 100% that's one of the things that I realized this happens every single time. And then was like, okay, well now how do I fix this? You know, how do I? So once I started feeling it, and I just started like, all right, I gotta find ways to like cope around this, or find ways to like calm down, and and things like that. But that's like one of my main ones. No main ones, or 100% being triggered. I'm crying out of nowhere, and sometimes I don't even know why. Like it's just like I'm like, all right, am I in menopause? Like, what is happening?
Girl.
So I used to always think like I was gonna get early menopause, but I started realizing like there's some stuff that you work on and you guys keep work on. And there's some stuff you're gonna 100% have to work your whole entire life. It's just never gonna go away. And again, you just got to give yourself some grace and be okay with that. And again, be aware of it. You just have to be aware with it. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. Like everybody, there's not one person in this world, in this universe, whatever. There's not one person that could sit here and said, I have zero trauma.
Yeah, no.